Qatar amongst them. Now, Tak Kim, this is interesting because he's got a 125. This is the young man who, if you remember, who tried the youth thing.
Right.
Now, the fact that El Maoui is out. Did I speak too soon?
You know, today, I don't know what it is, David. I know technical problems here with the transmission, but lots and lots of missed lifts here. And you hate to see this pattern because it does seem to just snowball, especially in the early attempts. You like to see successful lifts. And things are looking pretty heavy for some of these guys. Alvarez is coming out, his second attempt, 149. You see him back there in the warm-up room, adjusting his wrist wrap. And I think I thought they were going to stop the clock. I thought they were saying something about the platform, but not. Changing of the lifters, though, maybe.
So Tran is going to come out for...
weight's going up?
Yeah.
150?
No, it's different lift up. This is Tran, the other Vietnamese, coming out for his opener at 150.
Right, Alvarez must be going up.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me. So Tran, who actually posted 146 as his opener, and obviously warm-up's gone well because he had 3 out of 3, so this is for 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
And he looked really good.
And his teammate, right, who missed his opener, was at 149, is now in for 151 as his second, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. They're gambling with that one. Of course, if he makes it, they'll say the coaches were geniuses, and
well, you see,
if he misses, they'll say they're goats.
When El Maoui went out, effectively, Tak went up to potentially bronze medal because he's got a 125 and he's carrying 10 kilos advantage over many of these men, not over this man. This man's got 125 to come through, so he's very much in the firing line for a medal here. He needs to get this first one. I think if he does, he could be well on his way.
Nice lift. You know, we talked about guys having a rough go at things in the snatch. He was someone who was a bit of an express train. He ran through 3 good lifts in the snatch. You hoped he could keep the momentum here. Very, very wide grip in the jerk. Suggests he probably has lockout problems, but he makes a good lift, and he's now 4 for 4, right?
Absolutely, and he's moved on to a total of 275. So
the only guy who made all 3 snatches. He's the only guy.
Well, right at the beginning of the evening when I said there was a 15-kilo spread amongst the whole field, this is what happens. If you actually put your lifts in 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6, chances are you are going to profit.
Yeah.
Now, 150 for this young man. Saved himself on the 3rd attempt in the snatch. Can he get off to a better start here? I think that'll get the 3 white lights. Indeed it does. And 150 added to 122 means 272, which is going to put him up into overall silver.
This guy's got fast feet. He's quick under the bar. He's not just banging his shoes around making noise for nothing. He's quick, and that's very important in weightlifting. How quickly you can move your body back down. How quickly you can move your feet out. And he looks like he's got the gift of speed.
Just want to say that the 151 is still the leading clean and jerk, and that comes from Jose Montes from the B group.
Yeah, and we're roughly halfway through this class now.
Yeah. I mean, he will be superseded, but it's, you know, just puts it in perspective that it wasn't a bad effort at all.
Yeah.
Now Alvarez coming out here to try and take a 5 kilo increase here from 145 up to 150. Four seconds. That's okay. Come on. And that's good.
Yeah, nice, steady, long pull, I would say, in the clean. Stands up smoothly.
Yeah, a little
nothing
clinch.
Unpredictable, you know, about the jerk. It's all where he pretty much wanted it. This is a nice lift.
And you know, if you see him go off stage here, you just see him just sort of raise his fist. You know, it's a sign of, yeah, I'm on my game.
Yeah, kind of a workman-like approach. He's not like a lot of drama out there.
Yeah.
He's not jumping around. He's not like blindingly fast. Executing well though, putting good lifts on the board.
Yeah, you just feel that workman-like. You know, he's lifting within his compass. Interesting where he goes, but you can't quite see him getting that medal, can you?
Now here's a guy that we said, you know, didn't really look like he was really on top of things in the snatch. Came in for an opener, looked a lot better in the clean jerk. Let's see what he brings to the table on this one.
Well, this is 5 kilos up again. So he was on 261. This would take him to 266.
And these days, 5 kilos is a pretty big increase, particularly in this bodyweight class.
Absolutely.
Essai à 151, on reste sur la même barre.
Let's see how much he struggles with this to stand up. Yeah. You know, some people might have tried harder. Some real maniacs might even bounced a couple of times to try to stand up. He didn't put that much into it, but I mean, he gave it a shot.
So, you know, when you look at the openers here for Wu 129 and Zhao, you know, it's extraordinary, really, when you look at Mutlu's records, the clean and jerk 168. I mean, how did he get there?
Yeah.
It sort of like fades in the memory, and you're going, well, how did it get there?
Yeah. I'm not sure they'll survive next year. I think those records will go before the end of 2012.
Still no lift.
So I'm afraid his opportunity, as he goes off stage there, disappearing. So Valentin Christoph, 151. Now he weighed in at 55.65. Jose Montes at 55.90. So this would take Christoph. Oh, well, in fact, he's not going to come out for 151. Yang, well, I can't believe, is Yang going to come out again on 151?
Yeah, he's called for it. We'll put him in first in the clean and jerk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, just look 55, 54. Yeah, absolutely right, Randy. He is also considerably lighter.
We've skimmed over this. People have probably figured this out, even if they've never seen weightlifting before. Two people lift the same weight, the lighter guy wins. Okay. Kind of a money lift for this guy. I mean, which way is he going to go on this? Is he going to make a successful lift or put on a really big effort, or is he going to kind of fade?
Well, I'd like to be on the optimistic side and say that he's actually, you know, worked it out in his head, knows what he wants to do, now needs to execute. Driver, but he can't. Didn't catch it very well either.
No, and I think, you know, he's giving it a shot and saying it's not there, but he's not, you know, really hanging in there, lingering, really trying to fight it out, you know, really going, you know, to the wall on this thing.
You know, 2 out of 6 is not the sort of result that makes for a very happy return plane journey.
Important puisqu'il sera éliminé en cas d'échec et c'était quand même assez compliqué sur ses 2 premiers essais. Allez, on va l'encourager, le Vietnamien. Troisième essai, 151 kilos.
Well, now this is crucial now. A man who was in 5th place at the halfway stage, 17 years of age, high aspirations, 280 is what he was looking for. Only 17, and a man who already holds youth records, and 151 on the bar.
Needs to make it for a total.
Yes, that is the primary objective.
I don't think so.
So the second man, so to speak, to bite the dust, because now he's failed to get a total.
Yeah, this is the guy, remember, he missed 149. They went up to 151 on the second. I said if he makes it, they'll say, oh, the coaches were geniuses. If he missed it, they'd say, oh, the coaches were goats.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now they wish they could wind back. I don't know if 2 kilos would have made a difference, but moving up did him no favors. He's got a goose egg in the clean and jerks. He's got a goose egg in the total. That means no contribution to the team points.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, in the Junior Worlds in Penang, you know, that's where he was setting his world records. I mean, he was setting, you know, 127 in the snatch, 153 in the clean and jerk, 277. You know, so actually this is a bit of a, well, I think a little bit more than a minor disappointment. I think it's quite a serious disappointment for him.
Yeah. So this lifter from North Korea, who at least I don't think I've seen before, not such big numbers in the snatch, but look, he seems to be bringing a bigger clean and jerk to the party. 152 for his opening attempt. Oh, whoa. Okay, there's that effort I was talking about. Look at this guy. Okay, but this is what I meant. He could have dumped that bar legitimately at any point after he racked it. It was heavy. He could have easily dropped it and said, I can't stand up with it. But watch what he goes through to stand up with this bar, and then he still almost jerks it. Look at this. I wish we could see his face. You could see the mouth was open. You could see him double bounce, maybe triple bounce. Struggling, can't quite contain it. Let's see if we can go. Watch the mouth and the eyes from the front. Bouncing. Look at this, working to stand up. His hips are going off to the side. He's trying so hard. No quitting this guy. That's what we didn't see in the other lifters. The guy that I mentioned. Could have gone that extra mile. Good effort, no lift, but really quite an effort.
Yeah, and it'll take its toll as well, because 2 more attempts to go, but...
Yeah, but you know what, David, I mean, it's true, but he's lifting it pretty close to the limit, I think, of what he can do.
Well, he made the first snatch and then failed twice. So
yeah,
1 out of 4, you know, the numbers. Meanwhile, there in picture, there is the Cuban Alvarez. Wise, plenty of experience, knows what it's all about. Just going about his job, really focusing on what he can do, and in a sense, not really getting engaged in the chess game, just doing his own thing. But meanwhile now, Yon Choi, second attempt, 45 seconds.
You can see he's not cowed. Look at, he's coming out to fight this thing.
I'll say I'm really impressed with the crowd on this first night here, because they've immediately recognized all through the women's competitions earlier today and now here, when somebody's in a spot of bother, and they're, even though obviously they're mostly French, they're getting behind him.
Absolutely, very international. It's great. Great theater sort of setting here too. Oh, this is even heavier for him this time. He's just buried on that.
Which means that, you know, they've actually failed to work it out in the warm-up room.
Well, you know what, David? Sometimes it's just, let's just say physics, okay? You know, this might just be too heavy for this guy tonight. He's trying.
But the whole point of the warm-up sequence, Randy, is to actually, you know, take you through to that first weight, which you're right, or which you should get.
Yeah, they should have adjusted courses, maybe. You know, this might have been the original game plan, and as you're saying, being attentive in the warm-up room, they might have said, hey, you know what, that was the game plan, but maybe we were going to go down 5 kilos or 7 kilos or 10 kilos on these.
Well, the thing is, they've also watched a few failures going on here. I wonder whether they got beyond themselves in thinking, well, maybe we might nick something in the clean and jerk, or we're trying to play catch-up.
Look at the guts of this guy. This guy's coming right back out again. Yeah. Let me at it.
Yeah, but he's got half a minute.
He's got plenty of time. Guy's a tiger. I gotta tell you, if he makes the slip, I think this crowd is gonna really show its appreciation.
But he's come a long way, and it's all down to this. Would be good. Would be very good. Clean is the key.
He's got to catch a bounce here, I think. Look at this. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah. So he knew.
Yeah, look at him.
Puts himself into the lead in the clean and jerk.
A+ for effort. You cannot deny this guy.
And he saves his day, really, because he gives himself a total of 267. He can't go better than overall 4th at the moment.
Even on the overhead, you could see how much his hips swung to the right with the effort it took to stand up with that weight.
Well, it's going to be Tran from Vietnam to come in, I think, next at 154.
Be a very interesting attempt. It wasn't his first attempt wasn't that easy. Might have to watch the jerk for him. Think he might have some lockout challenges. Very good run in the snatches. He's got 4 good lifts right now.
So as the little graphic there said there, first in the clean and jerk, first in the total for the moment. But still remember, the Chinese lifters yet to start. That was good.
Strong legs. Yeah. It's that jerk. And it looked like he had it. Looked like he was going to hang on to it clean. You could see it was really not hard for him. But that very wide grip that he takes in the jerk is sort of, it's a hint that he's got lockout problems and might have trouble holding the bar overhead in the jerk. Let's watch, because it looked like he had it fixed. Boom, that's where it looked like he had it. Now on the right arm, you saw it unlock. You could see it just break him out. Watch the right arm, right the elbow. There it was. And that makes him lose the bar.
And you just don't know how expensive that could be, because here's the man who's actually at this moment in the overall lead. But he'll come back for his 3rd attempt. And now out onto the stage, Valentin Christoph. Now 17 years of age and 154 kilos on the bar, so a record attempt here. So 154 kilos. Excuse me.
Wow.
Wow.
Another great effort to adjust under there and hold that jerk. He has a right to celebrate. That was a great effort, great lift.
And for Azerbaijan, that's really important, because he's the man who's made his home in that country now since the summer, and he's taken the youth world record away from Tak Kim Tuan of Vietnam, who's in this competition by a kilo.
And let's see if that qualifies for that Aleco award, right?
If that's the first world record we've had, then it would.
It is. It's youth, you know. So if that category doesn't discount it, he's going to get that Aleco award.
So, Mr. Alvarez. Now, this would take him to 272, which would actually lift him up into overall bronze. Well, he's in bronze now, but it would enhance that position. Nice clean. Well, I tell you something, Randy, at the age of 32, this man is coming back. He is not done for by any means.
Nice string of successes with clean and jerks, 145, 150, 154.
Yeah, that's 5 out of 6. That's 5 out of 6.
Yep.
Still
1, 2, 3, good lifts.
And this time we go to Vietnam to receive
what a pity he missed that snatch at 120, which under normal circumstances, you know, he would have got. So 276, Valentin Hristov of Azerbaijan at the moment is in the lead. Then in second place, Tran Lecoq Toan, the man who is on the stage now. He has 275.
Clean was tougher, I think, than on his last attempt. Same result in the jerk. Misses the jerk. Has some lockout problems.
World record for weightlifting in the youth category.
Well, he wants to extend, doesn't he? Another kilo going on the bar for Hristov. Will be his last attempt, but it would take him to 277. And he's seen off the Vietnamese challenge.
Right.
And there are 2 Chinese lifters out there who've yet to start.
Correct.
So, you know, when you look at this situation here, Hristov, who wasn't so bright and sharp in the snatch phase, and actually snatched the total out of
we got Hristov moving up now, so Wu's coming out.
Yeah. Well, the reason why he's moved up, actually, is because he knows that he's secure in that bronze medal position, because although he leads at this particular moment, he can't be worse than third, assuming these 2 Chinese lifters surpass him. So the first of them now, and it's the defending world champion, who arguably is a little bit stronger in the first phase than he is in this phase. He comes in here with a 5 kilo cushion over his teammate. 156 to open up here as planned. So Wu gets the 3 white lights and pushes himself onto a total of, 289.
156 kilos. First attempt,
well, he won this title with 292 last year, so that seems to be well within reach. And actually, in recent times, you'd have to go back to the Athens Olympics and Mutlu on 295. That's the last time we were over 292. So it's building up nicely as his teammate comes out now, 156. Now remember, he's 5 kilos down, but he has got lighter body weight. So if he gets this, then he reduces the deficit to 3. Interesting difference in technique between these two, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a red light heat, and they brought him down 4 kilos, right? In his opener. I think he'd originally been in at 160. They made an adjustment. Yeah. One red light there. So this was not something that was really simple for him. Yeah, you can see it right there. You can see the left arm unlocked.
Yeah.
It actually looked pretty severe in slow motion with the benefit of slow motion from that angle.
So that's where you look at the jury, and do they agree with it?
I don't know.
And change. And another attempt at a world record at the youth division. Valentin Christoph from Azerbaijan.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That's, you know, the way the rules and regs are, the central referee spotted it, but the others should have spotted it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought the left referee maybe would have been more likely to see it, but maybe not. We're up so much higher than they are, might change the perspective completely.
Yeah, but when you looked at it on the replay, then you clearly see
Zlatan Vanov.
So, new youth world record attempt, but no, not to be. So he finds himself in the overall bronze medal position. And Wu, the champion, 159.
Zlatan Vanov on the left, mentioned before, he's the coach for Azerbaijan now, former great Bulgarian lifter, maybe best known not just for his lifting, but for breaking his arm a total of 3 times that I know of, at least once on a jerk.
Wasn't Vanov the man who had that horrible dislocation on the European stage in Riesa in 1998? Jerk. Probably the worst one I've seen.
Yeah, jerk. But the next day he went, oh, well, he was acting as if he had broken a shoelace. I think it was a 205, and it was a jerk attempt.
Yeah. And this is the man who won the Asian Championships this year, on his way to it, lifted 158, so this is a kilo up on that. So, going 159, that takes him on to the 292 total.
Yeah, and he makes this, I mean, let me be perfectly candid here. The clean and jerks for the Chinese lifters are not going the way that I anticipated they would. I would have thought we'd be in higher level at this point, you know, in their attempt cycle, and they're not looking quite as strong in them as I anticipated they would.
So Zhao is going to come out on 159, and again, all that will do is to take him to 287, and then he'll be back to the 5 kilo deficit again. Because actually, Wu's calling the shots here. Well, that may be curtains.
Still has one more attempt.
Yeah, I sure guessed wrong on what he was going to do. I get driven down to a knee on the jerk. There you go. Disqualified the lift.
Well, there you saw the 159 for the third attempt being signed off there, and that means he's going to follow himself, and effectively that failure has put an end really to this Chinese head-to-head duel, because even if he makes it, he's still going to be 5 kilos light of what he needs to do, and Wu can lift out and have a go, and maybe actually will do so just to improve on that 292 total, because you know, he's, as I said, you know, he did it the 292 in the World Championships last year.
Yeah, you know, let's not be too hard on this guy. Understand what he's done. This is his international debut.
Oh yeah,
he's in second place in the total right now. This is not something that we should treat lightly.
Interesting though with Valentin Christoph in third place though, Randy, because I'll get your view on that in a moment. Azerbaijanis may have got a good transfer, but now Zhao. To make amends. That was quite hard. No, and the split was very deep, and he could never bring that leg forward, and he is stuck on 284, and that is 8 kilos now down on his teammate.
161 kilos.
So we're finally going to get into the 160 range. I thought we would be well into it. We've got an attempt at 161 coming up. Yeah, you know, that's happened before, David. You know, this point where a lifter will leave Bulgaria, and then the Prosper, you mentioned earlier, you know, it's a little bit of a gamble. Both sides are betting that they can read the tea leaves better than the other.
But hey, you know, he's a prospect at 276.
Yeah.
Going in there, he's an Olympic prospect.
Absolutely. See, that one, Peter Tanov was traded to Qatar, and then he won a World Championships.
Yeah.
You know, the comment from Bulgaria was, well, we didn't think he'd get quite that good. We were surprised he won too.
So we know he's the champion, and he's gone for 161. So this will be for a total of 294. He's won the snatch, he's won the clean and jerk, and he's won the overall. So this is for a nice little bit of icing on the cake here in his personal record haul. This will be a new mark for him on the competition stage. So
he sort of rushed that attempt on the jerk. I don't know what you thought, David, but maybe if he just waited a bit longer, could put a little bit more into it.
It's 292, his personal barrier. Is that what he's got to get past? But I think what he's done here tonight, you know, there are so many potential lifters in China who could be selected, but he's probably done enough here to see off the international newcomer, his teammate.
Yeah, because where's Long? You know, we mentioned earlier, you know, are we going to see him again, or is he